Okay, hello everyone, and I'm here to answer most of your questions and those things that's been bothering you. I've taken my time to discuss with a friend who had studied both in Canada and Australia, and another one studied in US and one in UK, and we've put head together to discuss. What I'm going to be putting out is a whole lot. We had over 30 minutes discussion, so I'm going to just be taking it little by little. This is just episode one, comparing Canada, USA, UK, Australia for international students. This is episode one. So when you talk about application fee waiving, that's when you apply to a school, you don't pay for that application. UK is number one. Most UK schools, you don't pay for their application. Most of their applications are free. Then US, you pay $30, some you pay $50. Some there is application fee waiving. US also, you can request for application fee waiving and they waive it for you. I had a student that once made application to 12 schools and she got all the schools application fee waived. So you can approach their coordinator or the department you're applying and request for application fee waiver, being an African international student, so they can get your fee application waived for you. US, UK, they are good with that. But you see, Australia and Canada, rarely will you get application fee waiver. In fact, since I've been in Canada, I've only known two schools that tried to waive application fee, and they did it for a limited period of time. It went back to the application fee of $100 to $150. That's the range. 120 to $150 application fee in Canada. Australia, most times 120, 100, still within that range. But these two countries, they rarely waive application fee. Canada and Australia, they rarely waive application fee. I need you to know this. So when you are having these countries in mind, you should also have in mind that when you are applying to these schools, you will pay application fee. But US, UK, you can apply for free in most of their schools. You can apply for free. Then other European countries, some you pay. Like I know a student that really wanted to study in Netherlands in my past coaching. She had to pay, I think, £70 to make application to University of Radboud or something. I think I'm pronouncing it wrongly, but I know she paid for application fee. But then when she got the admission, they refunded her. So on their website, they will write that if you get the admission, they will refund you. But if you don't get the admission, you lose the application fee that you paid. That's for application fee. Then for CGPA, UK and US are more friendly with CGPA. With lower CGPA, you can get admission and funding in these two countries, UK, US. But Canada and Australia are strict with CGPA. Rarely will you get funding with a third class. Second class lower is even difficult for scholarship in Canada and Australia. But rarely will a third class doesn't work for Canada and Australia. I won't deceive you. It doesn't work. You can get admission with a 2-2 in Canada and Australia, but most times you are likely not going to get full funding. You are likely not going to get full funding. And if they are funding you, it means your experience is so well, even though we will teach you exactly how to integrate that and stand out. But this is for people applying for themselves. This is what is obtainable. You need to know that some countries are very strict with CGPA, and Australia and Canada are that kind of country with third class. Very, I've not seen, because I can't say 100%. I will just tell you, I have not seen. I've seen two get, but I've not seen third class. But I've seen third class get admission and funding in US and in UK. I have seen. So this is it. Then visa application process. Canada. Canada has the longest waiting time you can think of when you apply for their study visa. So you apply, but there is something different with Canada and the other countries. In Canada, you don't do a live interview. Australia too, there is no live interview. So what you do is you every of their documents that has been required, you submit it online, and once you submit that, you start waiting for the decision to happen. So that waiting time could be disturbing. You can't plan, you can't do anything. You're just waiting and waiting until they take a decision. But one thing about UK is within 2 weeks you have a decision about your visa. Some even 5 days priority visa. Within 5 days you get a decision about your visa. Then US is there and there. If your visa is being granted, you will know there because they do live interview. So you go there face to face, they check your documents, everything. If you are getting it, you know there. If you're not getting it, you know there. There is no waiting. So that's why their visa application process somehow is not as in as disturbing as that of Canada. Australia doesn't waste much time as well. I think Canada for now has the longest visa processing time. Then for funding, oh, I can tell you, Canada has the best funding if they decide to fund you. They can give you as high as 80 to 90% of your funding. In fact, even go as far as giving you pocket money. Canada is very kind with funding. Then other countries that fund, US also funds, UK funds. Australia is also very kind with funding if they will fund you. So the US funding, most times if they are funding you, they PhDs, most times they fund them fully, but masters, sometimes they give full funding, sometimes they give half funding. Undergraduates, the same thing. So it depends on where you get. But then I tell my students, apply to as many countries as you can so that you narrow down. With all the ones you get, what you will now do is you choose the best out of all. This is just to make you not focus on one place and say it must be this place, and at the end of the day you don't get that place. It will not help you. So you can start from somewhere. I have also had someone go to US, do a 1 year masters, then move to Canada. So it's still a travel experience. You just have to be wise in your decision. Then transportation in these four countries seems to be the same thing. It's either you use a bus pass or you use your student's identity card, depending on the city, province, or the school you are in. Then you're making money. I know this aspect everybody wants to hear about it. You have for the Canada, because of the no restriction in work hours, you can save, make money and save. So, but for other countries, if you are hardworking during your period of holiday, you can also make money and you can save as well. But then there is restriction in the number of hours you have to work. So, and you have to keep to the rules. You don't have to be disobedient because you can't go to another person's country and you start disobeying them. So that's for today. And until I bring the next episode, this is it. Please feel free to like, share, and invite your friends. Thank you.